Hasture, the king in yellow, the unspeakable one, the unholy king of all unholy creatures. But he offered humanity one warning 1 year ago, and we denied it. But now he appears. The entire Western Hemisphere sees it, a huge red glowing sphere in the sky. It seems to have appeared almost instantly. Even NASA was unaware of it. So what is this? Well, no one yet knows. Now isn't that just wonderfully splendid? But from it, a single golden light appears at the center, and it stays there for a day. Well, once, nothing might have happened over a mere day. In the world we live in today, very, very much can happen over a day. Every country on Earth begins to build tension with every other. Some even go to war, such as North and South Korea, as well as America and several South American countries. But then, there are those who think it's not a bad sign, but perhaps a good sign. Perhaps this could be some sign from a god. Many wait with their respective holy books outside their houses, waiting for the golden figure to come down. But when it descends on one American church, it kills violently, ruthlessly, cruelly every single person who sees it, except for one, an elderly man, to whom it proclaims as it grabs him, holds him up, and begins to choke him to death. My name is Hasture. Hasture, as I will say it, as the way he did, no one should say. He then killed the man before proceeding to say, Hasture, the unspeakable. Then behind him, many hundreds of Migo, the odd, bug-like buzzing creatures with glowing red heads who act as messengers of his, began to follow him on his crusade against all human life. Soon, very soon, he had killed over 1 million people. Now this was truly something threatening. He appeared in southern Texas and was now in Kentucky. So, the entire state of Kentucky was evacuated, and the US government launched 2 nuclear bombs, both on the same location where he stood. But this was an awful mistake, for before he had been the king in yellow. That was what they all called him. But now, that yellow robe was burned by the bombs, but the creature inside, he could survive anything now, couldn't he? The only thing was now we weren't given the blessing of only having to see that bright yellow robe. Instead, we saw the horrific, unsightly, unimaginably disturbing creature within, with black, green, yellow on its face, and the rest of its body a color hard to even describe, matching nothing produced on Earth, as well as 7 limbs. This deformed, awful, hideous, yet powerful creature now roamed the earth. Eventually it decided that as a punishment, it would simply cleanse the entire surface of the Northern American continent and most of the Southern American continent. Eventually, following this, it went to Europe, where it was rather kind. Of course, everyone who saw it began to lose their mind. Not that it mattered much, as they were soon killed. And it, of course, stole a yellow cloak from a fabric shop. Isn't that nice of him? But now he decided it was time for humanity to end. So, with that, he went to China. And these deaths weren't gonna be as quick and painless as the ones that he had granted people prior. He created a ring of fire, which over time grew, but it was around one single man whom he wanted to torture. No reason why. That just felt like, since we were too dumb to listen to his warning, we might as well pay a little. So there was one man whom Hasture grabbed each arm of and began to pull and pull. The man's screams began to hurt his own throat, but Hasture continued to pull before one of the arms burst off, letting out a pool of blood. The man died of shock, and his body was then destroyed with the mere snap of Hasture's fingers. So, he then continued his rampage, and finally, at the very, very small island off the coast of Antarctica that humans had made a small colony on, where now the last few lived, Hasture appeared. And well, that's how life on Earth died.